boys and girls. Today we're going to learn about pioneers and their lifestyle, but we're also going to learn about healthy choices and things we can do to stay fit. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what pioneers ate and what they did in their daily chores, and we're going to discuss how that is similar to what we do today, and perhaps discuss what they did and how whatever they did helped them stay fit. Okay, so today I want you guys to raise your hands and I want you to tell me, what kinds of foods do you think pioneers ate?
Vegetables.
Vegetables is a good one. Yes, they did eat vegetables. Do we eat vegetables today?
Yes.
Right, good. Those are healthy options, right?
Yes.
Okay, good job. Now, I want you to tell me, what kinds of things do you think pioneers did to stay fit? Like exercises.
Work on the farms.
Work on the farms, that is a good one, right? They had to herd the sheep and milk the cows and carry the buckets of milk to the house. Good job. All right, so now I'm going to show you a presentation about pioneer life. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to show you this quick video on the daily life of a pioneer. All right, I'm going to pause it right there, and I'm going to point out how we've already seen 3 things that pioneers did to stay physically active. All right, one of them was collecting milk. We saw that, right? Carrying the bucket of milk.
Yep.
One of them was collecting firewood. To carry that heavy firewood, that's a physical activity that pioneers did. Now, do we do that today?
No.
No, we don't do that today anymore. So what do we do today? Healthy choices and staying fit. Instead of carrying firewood, which is heavy, what do? We lift
weights.
We lift weights. Good job. All right, let's keep watching and keep paying attention to those details. Okay, so I just want to point out some differences. Did you see the girl's house?
Yes.
And it looks very different from our homes today, right?
Very.
We don't see as many homes that are made that show the wood. There are some that are, they're the cement on the outside. We have more of those homes today. But another reason why that may be is because of where that person lives. So here in Florida, we need more sturdier homes for hurricanes and things like that. But we still see some of her type of homes. And what else was different? That little girl, before going to school, she has to wash her clothes. We saw that, right? Do you guys do that today?
Yes.
Oh, well, some of you do. You do good. You should be doing your own laundry. But it's not very common that you go and you wash it by a river or using that machine she was using.
No.
Right. Okay, and her school looks a little different from our school today, right?
Yeah.
The desks, we both have desks. She has one too. but they look a little bit different, and that's okay. It worked for them, and these desks work for us. But you can tell the difference how Pioneer Life was very different from ours. All right, let's keep watching. All right, I'm gonna stop it right there because we have to continue on with the rest of the presentation. But you guys have an idea of how Pioneer Life was back then. Let's see. All right, now I want you to take notes. I passed out your papers, your guided notes. And what is this called? What is this kind of graph called? It's a Venn diagram, all right? And there's two sides to it. So on this side, you're gonna write down some of the things that you saw in the video that could be like exercise for the pioneers.
Like churning butter?
Like churning butter, that was good. That was a good arm exercise, right? We don't do that today. So today, I want you to write an alternative to that, to something we can do today that's more common for exercise. And then maybe things that we have in common right here in the middle. On the other side, foods. Now, the foods, we didn't see very many foods that the pioneers ate in the video, but I'm going to list some of them for you in the presentation, and you're gonna write them down, okay? Make sure you're doing that. All right. So, food pioneers ate. Pioneers had to eat easily preserved foods because there were no refrigerators at the time, and many of them were traveling west. So they had to have foods that were not going to go bad quickly. All right, what does easily preserved foods mean? Preserves. That's a good word to write down in your word journal. Preserved means that it stays good. It stays well, it doesn't rot. That's what preserved means. All right, so some of the foods include flour, and flour can mean bread. It can mean biscuits, it can mean pies, cakes, rice, dried corn was very common. They had bacon. I highlighted bacon. They had sugar, they had coffee, they had berries, lots of berries, lots of vegetables because they had farms. And of course, there was hunting as well for deer, rabbit, turkeys. Those are just to name a few of the things they ate. Of course, if people had farms, if some pioneers were lucky enough to have farms, there were hens, pigs, cows, which provided eggs and milk. So those are some of the things that you should write down on your papers. All right. Daily physical activities. So women and men and children had different activities or chores they had to do throughout the day. Women and children did chores such as sweeping, feeding the farm animals, fetching water. Some common places where they fetched water would be a lake or a river. Pioneers very much tried to live near bodies of water. They milked cows, they collected eggs, and those were some of the things that we saw in the video, and as well as cooking. Some children did cooking. Some of the older daughters would do that. And then things men did were mending fences, caring for farm animals, hunting, and chopping wood for the house. Of course, the children also helped out with these kinds of things. Now, are these some things that you do today?
No.
No, it's not very common that you go and chop wood, right?
No.
Maybe up north it's a little bit more common, but not here in Florida because we don't really need to make fireplaces in our house. All right, So make sure you're writing this down. And this is so you guys can have a visual of what it looked like. So this was how they dressed. You see the men had their almost tuxedo looking like coats. Women wore dresses. They had that thing around their head to protect from the sun. These are women doing some of their chores. This is what a school looked like on the outside. Those were some vegetables that they ate. And that's what their homes looked like back in the day. So that was so you guys can have a visual of this. Now, I want you to take 5 minutes to discuss with your partners on some things that pioneers maybe could have made healthy choices with their foods. So we discussed that they had flour, and that means bread and biscuits and cakes and pies, and those are not really healthy options, right?
No.
So I want you to discuss with your partner some of the healthier choices and options that they had, and then I want you to also discuss some of the healthier choices we can have and eat today, because today we have fast food, which is a very common place to eat, and that's not very healthy. And also discuss physical labor. So 5 minutes of that, okay? All right, good job. That was great. Now we're gonna make a brochure. So I'm gonna hand you a piece of paper. It's gonna look, well, it's not gonna look like this, but you're gonna write on it. It's gonna be one blank sheet of paper, and you're gonna fold it in 3. You're gonna fold it like this, and you're gonna fold it like this. All right, hot dog style. And then on this side, the middle side, I want you to write, I want this to be a cover page. So you're gonna write down pioneer lifestyles or whatever you want. But on the inside, we're gonna have, all right, so you're gonna write a brochure to tell other people about what you learned today that pioneers ate and did in their daily life and how it differs from ours. So you're gonna list all the healthy foods that they ate, and you're gonna write on the side if it was a healthy option or if it was not a healthy option. And I also want you to list things that you would eat, that they ate. And you're gonna write on the side if you would eat it or not. And then you're gonna do the unhealthy foods that the pioneers had. And then their daily activities. And then when you close it, you're gonna have a what we eat today. So you're gonna list the healthy foods and the unhealthy foods. And you're gonna tell me on the side if that's something that you would eat or you would not eat, and if it's a healthy choice for yourself. All right? And then you close it again, and then we're gonna have how we exercise today. And you're gonna write that down. You're gonna list the things that the exercises we do or you do, or it's more common for today, and we discussed that as well during the presentation. All right, so you're gonna get 10 to 15 minutes on that. Make sure you put your names on it.